Namaste everyone, how are we? Well, it's a chilly morning in the Himalayas. It's quite cloudy. We are on 2nd of September. And I decided to do a special astrology podcast today instead of the regular tarot because there are certain things that are happening now as we speak that could shape up our lives for the next 20, 30, 40 years. Not just our lives, but also our grandchildren's lives, children and children's children's and children's lives. So I decided to do a astrology podcast instead of tarot. I did already a tarot in January this year, where I was trying to just find out what's going to happen in the world. And at that point in time, it turned out that March and April were going to be turbulent months. And they were. March and April were turbulent months. Over there, August and September were also going to be turbulent months. So, looking at August and then looking at astrology now, the planetary alignments in August and September are aligning with what the tarot said. So, month of major transformation, and therefore everybody needs to understand like from how many angles is this happening. Okay. So I decided to do an astrology one, and I want to talk about deep, deep stuff. So stay tuned. Get yourself a cup of tea, coffee, whatever will keep you steady and getting you to pay attention. And let's take a deep dive in September 2024. Okay. So this month is packed with significant cosmic alignments, including the major transformative Pluto Capricorn conjunction and other influential transits as well. Venus is doing its thing. We will explore long-term impacts of those celestial movements and the effects that it could have on our lives, and what does it mean for our spiritual and personal development. So let's begin our journey through the stars of September. I'll tell you what it means, like what Capricorn, Pluto, what does it mean for the ones who are just getting into it. But then the ones who already know what Pluto energy means and what Capricorn energy means, and they're meeting together now. Uh, so this is the heavy hitter, and Pluto, the planet of transformation and power and subconscious, began his journey through Capricorn back in 2008. Flashback 2008, remember the things that happened over there? I don't need to go in details. Everybody can look at their lives back in 2008. Okay. And this conjunction marks a significant turning point as Pluto temporarily stepped out of Capricorn in 2023. So that may be not the only, but then kind of the reason why 2023 was still a little more subtle and everybody got to do and see and be. Now, Pluto is re entering Capricorn for one final transformation before moving into Aquarius in November 2024. So when it moves to Aquarius, we'll do another one to explain what's going to be the effect of it. But let's dive into what was the historical content to 2008. So Pluto and Capricorn over the past decade and a half have been meeting each other and have brought us profound changes in our global and personal structures. Not only Pluto is meeting Capricorn, but it's also in retrograde motion. So it appears like it's moving the other way around. Underworld coming to the upper world. So the shit or the whatever it is, the underlayer is coming to the surface. Capricorn rules over authority, governance, institutions, and societal norms. Pluto, subconscious, structures, global structures, whatever is underneath, coming to the surface. And Capricorn, rules over authority, governance, institution, and societal norms. So, guess what kind of stuff has been surfacing from where? Now, Pluto's presence has been about dismantling what no longer serves us and breaking down old systems and paving way for the new foundation. So, literally paving the way for the new age. And we've seen significant shifts in global power dynamics, economic crisis, and transformation in how authority is perceived. On a personal level, many of us have faced challenges on our careers, ambitions, personal boundaries, pushing us to rebuild and redefine our paths. We can already see the older paths don't completely serve us. Some of them do, some of them don't. What doesn't has to be uh, moved away, removed, or dismantled, not removed, but dismantled to make way for the new. Sometimes. And it seems to be one of those times. What does this current conjunction have as effect? So, as Pluto re enters Capricorn in September 2024, it intensifies this transformative energy one last time. This period is crucial for addressing any unfinished business related to power dynamics in our personal lives and society at large. We may see more revelations around government and corporate power, prompting a final phase of reckoning and restructuring. In a way, we can already see the things coming up from corporate and government worlds everywhere around the world. Plenty of things challenging the governments around the world have happened in the past. So the restructuring may be required now. Let's see. How will it be restructured? And when will this happen again, as in this Pluto and Capricorn conjunction? Not for the next 248 years. That's exactly what makes it such a rare opportunity for deep and lasting change. So the next 200 years are being written right now, in a way, if you want to call it like that. And the transformations that we undergo now are meant to have a long-term impact, setting the stage for future generations. So not only us, but children and children's children and children's children's children. Imagine, think of that. What kind of legacy would you want to leave for the future generations? Or what kind of legacy is this era going to leave for the future generations? Let's take a dive into the nature of these planets. Why am I saying this? Like, it is so deepful, impactful, and everything. So, Pluto is often seen as the planet of death and rebirth, Yama at times, or Ketu at times. Ruling over the underworld in mythology, its energy is intense, probing, relentless, forcing us to confront our deepest fears and desires. In Vedic astrology, Pluto is not traditionally recognized as an impactful force, but then it can be associated with Ketu or the South Node. So traditionally not recognized, but then or counted in the chart, but then there is the presence of Vyama. So there is influences always that are calculated. Uh, Now Ketu, the South Node, which represents past karma, spiritual liberation, and detachment from the material world. So, if a lot of people may have been feeling a little more spiritual, or what does it mean to be alive, and what is the purpose of my existence, and things like that, that is Pluto's influence on everyone. Now, Capricorn, ruled by Saturn, Shani, or devil in the tarot, represents structures, discipline, and responsibility. also represents the vices or the opposite of it, destructuring, undiscipline, and irresponsibility. Look at both the parts. Even for Pluto, Pluto doesn't just mean death, it also means rebirth. So, what's what? Karma doesn't mean just bad karma, karma also means good karma. So, know what you're getting, how you're getting it. It may be from the past lives, some of it may be from this lives, and whatever your this lives stuff is up until now is being written, recorded, and your next 248 years of your soul may be being prepared for you. You don't have to participate in it, don't do nothing with it if you haven't. Or, well, whoever is watching is I wouldn't say whoever is watching, let's say you are the one who's watching, and it's being transmitted back and forth with the universe now. Okay, back to the subject of Capricorn, which is ruled by Saturn. Shani in Vedic astrology represents structures, discipline, and responsibility, also represents unstructured, indiscipline, and irresponsibility. It's a sign of ambition and hard work, often associated with authority and societal structures. In Vedic terms, Saturn is a strict teacher who teaches through challenges, demanding perseverance and dedication. Demands. Now, the long-term effects of these conjunctions brings a period of intense focus on restructuring our lives, both internally and externally. It calls for the release of outdated patterns and beliefs and encourages us to build something more enduring and meaningful. This is a time of self mastery, embracing responsibility, and making significant, lasting changes. Let's see the financial and social effects of this conjunction. Economically, this transit could continue to challenge traditional financial institutions and systems. Crypto boys and girls, get ready. Things are going to go. Get ready. Economically, this transit could continue to challenge traditional financial institutions and systems. We may see shifts towards more sustainable, long term economic models that prioritize resilience over rapid growth. Socially, this could lead to increased demands for accountability from those in power and push for structures that serve the collective well being rather than individual interests. Or so we hope. With the agendas for every government and every way of life or the centralized way of life, I don't know. But the planets themselves are asking our politicians to be accountable, respectfully, accountability, and push for structures that serve a collective well being rather than individual interests. It's not about your race or my race or this race or that superior or that is downtrodden. The well being of everyone. That's been the goal of humanity for a while. That's why we are stuck in the third dimension or in a lower vibration, let's say, as the great gurus put it. And if we could actually have a collective goal as humanity, it would actually take us somewhere instead of just better models of cameras and phones and better internet coverage and things like that. We can actually collectively go forward, take that quantum leap that we're talking about, we have been talking about. Started back in 2008, impacts were felt in 2012, impacts were felt again in 2018, then impacts were felt again in 2020, impacts were felt again in 2022, and now we are here in 2024. So if We haven't learned anything since 2008 till 2024. Uh, I don't know if you can do a crash course in the next few months of doing what you really want to do, or at least take today and tomorrow, or at least from now until 15th of September, until the full moon, from new moon to full moon, write down your intentions, things that you want your life to be like, the kind of structures you would want to have for yourself and for your future generations. Uh, right? If you do that, maybe even if there is a 20%, 10%, 5%, 1% chance of that having an impact on your future, would you want to take that chance? Just by writing a thing down on piece of paper of how would you like it to be. Take that chance and see. Give me a feedback. At least let me know how does it feel to write it down. Okay, let me know in the comments. So the next event that is happening is new moon in Virgo. On 3rd of September, we experience a new moon in Virgo, which is tomorrow, or today actually, it started already, which is a perfect time for setting intentions, like I said, around health, service, and daily routines. Virgo energy is practical, detail orientated, and focused on improvements, making this new moon an excellent time to initiate new habits or projects that require meticulous planning. Venus energy will help you with that, with the planning part if you've been missing. If you're willing to take a pen and paper and actually sit down and plan, your plans may actually look like something real. It's important. Planning is important for every thing that you want to do in life. You can think of going with the flow, but if you would see, even the river has a plan. It's going from the mountains to the sea and going through everything in between. That's the river's plan. So, yeah, that's up to you. If how do you want to understand it? Personal and financial effects. This new moon invites us to pay attention to the detail of our lives. It's a great opportunity to start new routines that promote physical and mental well being. Financially, it's a good time to review budgets and create plans for savings and investments that align with a more sustainable and organized approach. In short, get a hold of your expenses. I know the last few months or years have been crazy. During COVID, people were not making enough money, so the expenses were crazy. Now, people are making money, but then the prices are high, so it's crazy. And given where we are right now, the financial world could shake up, so things could go crazy. Hold on to your money, invest it wisely, or be sure to know how to play with it. Subtle message. Spiritual and psychological effect. So, spiritually, the new moon in Virgo encourages us to focus on healing and service. It's about finding ways to be of service to others and integrate practical spirituality. That's the practical part of spirituality, which is uh, being of service to others in ways that you can. Doesn't have to be every way, but in the way that you can. And inculcate that habit in our daily lives. One little act of kindness. Little act of kindness. That's it. Not much. Nobody's asking you to bring a homeless person home, or nobody's asking you to donate $1 million today, even if you don't have or have. Just one little act of kindness. That little movie called Paying It Forward, little small acts of kindness. It's time to set an intention for a healthier, more balanced life, aligning our actions with our higher purpose. And be sure to set your financial goals as well. Sure to check your finances of if they are in order. And uh, yeah, basically save up. The world of finances might get shaken up a little bit. There could be, with Pluto and Capricorn, I didn't want to say this, but there could be wars escalating in things. People's emotions are going to be escalated. Uh, things that have been hiding will surface. So, yeah, a major shakeup so far. So, get your finances as well, like in, or be in a good place when it comes to your finances. Now we get into Uranus retrograde in Taurus, which is continuing through September. That has been going on, and it's continuing in September. So Uranus continues its retrograde journey through Taurus, a sign that rules over stability, resources, and personal values. Uranus is the planet of innovation, rebellion, and unexpected change. And its retrograde motion suggests that a period of internal reflection regarding these themes is required and continuing to require. So, spiritual journey continues. But before that, let's see if there's any financial aspects of it. So, this retrograde encourages us to rethink our relationship with material possession and resources. See, what do we value? You might find yourself questioning what truly brings you comfort and security, exploring more unconventional ways to achieve financial stability. That's why a lot of us have been looking at other options, second job, maybe side business or cloud kitchen and all that stuff. And it's a period for reviewing and reassessing your financial goals and investments. Where do we stand in life? Especially that support a more sustainable and innovative approach. So we are rethinking of our finances, we are rethinking of restructuring our lives, and we are thinking of finding more sustainable ways that doesn't take away time and life force from us for a lot of us. Look deep. Maybe now until 19th of November, something shows up and be like, this is my road to freedom. I don't know what freedom means to you. Define that as well. That might be a good idea. That's also what is being asked for. Question, question internally, what is freedom? Question internally, what is love to you? Not what people think, not what people are. People. No. Every individual has its own soul for a reason. So a little soul searching may be required to see what means things to you financially, what it means uh, to have material possessions and things, and what does it mean to have a spirit and be there on the spiritual journey. What is your spirit's journey and your physical material journey? Can they come into a conjunction somewhere? Thoughts on those levels. So spiritually, Uranus is in Taurus challenges us to break free from old habits and embrace change in a grounded way. Something that stays. Grounded just means something that stays for a long time. And it is real. The change reflects in our habits, not just blah, 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 blah. I am going to do this. I am going to do that. I am doing this. I am doing that. No, no. Show, actions speak louder than words. You can keep screaming, but if there is no walking the talk, then there is nothing happening. And people figure out that it's just talk, talk, talk. Now that goes for everyone. So Uranus in Taurus challenges us to break free from old habits and embrace change in a grounded way. And it's time to explore new spiritual practices that align with our values and to find stability in change. Stable changes, things that stay. This retrograde is about finding freedom through authenticity and aligning your material world with spiritual values. Pretty simple, right? Pretty darn simple. Next event, full moon in Pisces on 18th of September. 18th, 19th, 17th, around that time, depending on where you are in the world. And there's also a partial lunar eclipse happening at that time. So, and this is a super moon adding extra intensity, clarity to this energy. In Pisces, the full moon can bring heightened emotions, sensitivity, intuition, sense of spiritual connection. And Pisces is a water sign that governs dreams and subconscious and creative imagination, making this a potent time for introspection and artistic expression. Also, be careful or mindful of your dreams during that time. A lot of us may be getting a lot of downloads at that time. So, try to keep your mind clear. Try to keep things out of your head. Meditate a little bit so you may get good, you may receive the downloads that you need to as dreams, and make a note of them if you can, or draw or paint if you can, to keep a reminder of what you got, what you have understood. If you would like to discuss those dreams with me, you can leave a comment, a message, or I will share my Instagram, Facebook details, and you can get in touch with me over there with your dream details. Don't forget to note them down. Don't forget to note them down. 17th, 18th, 19th of September. Pisces, being the water sign, governs dreams and subconscious and creative imagination, making this as an important time for introspection and artistic expression. This full moon encourages us to delve deep into our inner worlds and confront any lingering emotions or spiritual blocks. The supermoon aspect amplifies these themes, providing a powerful opportunity for release and transformation. This is an excellent time to engage in meditation, creative activities, or any kind of spiritual practice that allows you to connect with your inner self. Use the energy of Pisces full moon to let go of what no longer serves you and to embrace the flow of life with compassion and understanding. Eclipse, full moon, lunar eclipse, then comes the equinox that we gotta talk about. There's a lot happening. And just as a reminder, Mercury retrograde has ended on 28th of August, the effects of which are still being felt. So don't forget to watch the Mercury retrograde videos from earlier. The links are here, and if I'll see, you can put them here too. But then go through your sun, moon, and rising sign for the tarot and see how this end of Mercury retrograde is bringing you those energies. Okay. There is Mars in Gemini square Neptune. Mars in Gemini square Neptune in Pisces. 4 planets conjunction. Uh, which could basically, this is happening on September 3rd, so effects will be felt now, today, tomorrow. And though it will cause confusion. Basic idea right now is with these planets, Gemini, Mars, Neptune, and Pisces, full emotional fire, air, everything is colliding with everything, it seems, which is creating a foggy, unclear atmosphere where decisive action and clarity of thought are often challenged. This may continue, the effects of it may continue intensely now, and as we move forward towards the full moon, the effects will slow down of these planets. The planet of action, okay, Mars is the planet of action, drive, and aggression. Gemini, a sign associated with communication, curiosity, and duality. Meanwhile, Neptune in Pisces amplifies our dreams, illusions, and subconscious thoughts. What are the effects? During this time, you may feel torn between different paths or find it hard to commit to a single source of action. It's easy to misinterpret information or get caught up in deceptive practices, either by others or even self-deception. The key is to be mindful of your decisions, avoid overcommitting, and be aware of any tendencies towards escapism or avoidance. Financially, this transit can bring confusion, uncertainty, Be cautious with investments or financial decisions during this time, as the foggy nature of Neptune might obscure important details. It's best to avoid signing contracts or making large purchases until this aspect has passed, as clarity will return when the energies settle. So remember, I told you there's a partial lunar eclipse. So let's see if there's any effect of the lunar eclipse that is occurring on 17th of September. Uh, because it's a supermoon and eclipsing the supermoon, a little clip would have effect of it. Now, matters of completion, unveiling hidden truths, whatever little part of the big light that people hide, that will show. Unveiling hidden truths and setting the stage for emotional and spiritual release. With this eclipse occurring in Pisces, a water sign ruled by Neptune, the focus is on intuition, dreams, and healing. So, like I said earlier, during this time, 17th, 18th, 19th of September, be mindful of your dreams, note them down if you can. Big truths may be revealed to you. This eclipse can heighten your sensitivity and intuition, making it an ideal time for deep emotional healing and spiritual practices. This may bring up unresolved emotions, memories, and past issues that need to be addressed and released. And the key is to embrace this energy for inner healing and let go of anything that no longer serves your higher purpose. This is being reminded to you again and again and again. So, time for transformation if you want. Otherwise, up to you. There must be another one in another lifetime. On financial level, the Pisces lunar eclipse encourages reflection on any emotional spending habits, needs, and financial decisions driven by escapism or illusion over expenses. It's good time to reassess your relationship with money and consider more spiritually aligned financial choices. Things that basically allow you to exist for a long enough time so that you may complete your spiritual mission that you may have manifested yourself on this planet for. Then there is the equinox, the one that we've been waiting for. Oh, this will set the tone for the year's end, next month's. Finally, finally, we have September Equinox on 22nd of September, marking the beginning of autumn in the northern hemisphere and spring in southern hemisphere. This is a time of balance where day and night are of equal length. It represents a moment of equilibrium and its opportunity to reflect on balance in our lives. The equinox encourages a reset, an opportunity to reevaluate how you are balancing work, rest, social life, and personal development. It's a moment to check with yourself and ensure you're nurturing all aspects of your life equally. Uh, Spiritually, this equinox is powerful time for rituals, focus on balance, harmony, setting intentions for the coming months, and it's a reminder for the cyclic nature of life and importance of maintaining equilibrium in all things. You can't take one and leave the other. There is balance required in all areas of life. If you're focusing only on one area of your life, other areas may be getting affected. So, time to bring balance. And as a conclusion, I would say, as a wrap up to our exploration of the astrological events in September 2024, we have a month full of introspection, transformation, balance, if not balance, finding balance. Each planetary alignment from powerful Pluto Capricorn conjunction to the introspective Pisces lunar eclipse and the balancing September equinox offers opportunities for growth, reflection, and realignment. And I would ask you to embrace these cosmic energies with an open heart and mind and let them guide you towards your higher path, your higher self. Thank you for joining me on this extraordinary astrological journey and strange, crazy times that we are living through. I hope to bring you more as things update. If there is something that you would like to discuss, or if you would like a personal reading, you can get in touch with me through details given down below in description. I hope you got good pointers from the messages that I brought you. And if you enjoyed the video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share with your near and dear ones, people that you would like to bring this news and information to look. Get ready. Things are about to shake up. Okay? So as long as you have your position secured, let the things shake up. They have to. Uh, there's change that is awaiting, whether we like it or not. Best is to prepare for change, don't resist it. And the more prepared you are, the more welcome you will be able to welcome the change. Right, until next time, stay frosty.